Well, welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started with our scene. We're going to get into it with ZAYN MALIK. So now this was a request from. That's so funny. I'm eating, and the request person was a foodaholic, and that is a subscriber of mine. That doesn't surprise me. Let's get into this reading. Please hit subscribe if you would, please, and thank you. Click that bell, and I will have much more information at the end of this video for you. We're going to get into this reading. So we're going to go over current energy with ZAYN, and I'm going to do an oracle reading, and we'll just match it up and confirm it through tarot cards and get all the juicy tea when we do the tarot reading, okay? All right. Go over his astrology really quickly. Born Tuesday, January 12th in 1993 at 10 a.m. in the United Kingdom. He's a Capricorn sun sign. His moon sign is a Virgo. His ascending is a Pisces. Oh, Mercury's a sad. Birth path 8. That does not surprise me either. Okay. So he was born ZAYN Jawad MALIK. He's better known as ZAYN. Again, he was born at St. Luke's Hospital. He's an English singer, member of the One Direction from West Lane, Bradford, England, UK. He's a British Pakistani. And he was born to his mother, Tricia, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I don't think we need much more than that, but he was in that band, and then he got out and he became a solo artist, I believe. I think he was pretty popping there for a minute, and then he got in it with his girlfriend. They had a baby, and then they split up, something to do with the mother. So let's find out just currently where he is. Let's see where he's headed, what he's going to be doing. Like, where are we at? ZAYN? Are you gonna get back to the job, get back to the singing scene, maybe get into a little bit of acting, maybe just do the fathering stuff? However that may look. Just kind of not. I just feel like he doesn't understand like how intense things are when you're famous. Like, I don't think he realizes how like intense that actually is, and like how like miraculous things are for you. I just don't think he gets the idea of that. It just feels like he doesn't vibe it or whatever, but it's literally a platform that you could do anything with. Okay, so he is not being spontaneous whatsoever. His movement forward is lacking quite a bit, especially in this current energy. Getting into, above present circumstances is super important, especially, if you're wanting to get into any kind of wonder or information due to what you're excited about, wanting to learn about, curious about, however this runs. But looking ahead is not something that is a priority of his right now currently. Just that curiosity is just like even being actual doesn't resonate in his energy. Achieving full potential by the virtue of his creative stuff or his outlets or the things that he's ambitious about. It's just the honesty and the pursuing that truth is not important at the moment in his current vibe. Again, this can change at any moment, of course. Every breath changes something, right? Let's get our last card here. Oh, this lagging. The energy is not good. So no romance. Currently not in a romance, probably. Once he had decided to walk in a partnership, and he must have put everything before, like as far as like any romance or his partnerships, relationships always come before everything else. And that kind of has him fucked right now. And going deeper, expressing himself or, the meanings of life is just very on the low side of energy here. I don't know, something's going on. So even bringing a vision upon his own self and letting people know like, hey, I'm a free agent here. That's very low on the totem pole also. Let's see what else is going on here through tarot. Let's find out what's going on. I feel like this person is super talented. I feel like he could probably do anything that he wants within his life. So I'm very confused why everything's just kind of like lagging. And again, it's almost like he just misunderstands kind of the goal, the end goal, or, you know, what it is. This is a significant moment in his life. He should be doing some shit. And if he wants something better in his life, then that's what it is. But it's almost like he feels like that's intuitively, when I'm looking and feeling, I just feel like he thinks if he wants more for himself, it's like he feels like it's almost like he's judging himself constantly. If that makes any sense. I'm like waiting for everyone to be like, yeah, totally. All right, let's find out all about the celeb. Okay, so some hidden feelings here for sure. 5 of Cups up, High Priestess, that's in a reverse. Again, there is that, it's so weird. He has a ton of potential, yes, but the potential is very silent. And it's almost like there's a secret here too. And it's like all about him right now, it's very obvious, okay? And he's very pushy when it comes to, you know, trying to remember things in positive manner, but it's like he's very pushy with that. And so like if he thinks it's positive or he thinks it's okay, he's very, very pushy when it comes to those things. And like any silent potential, it's written right on the head. That's like hitting it right on the nail or the head of the nail. Tink. Okay, so there is some hidden feelings. There's definitely hidden feelings here. Could have something to do with an air sign, water sign. Very bummed out about it still, needing time to kind of like reveal all of the information about the situation. And it's almost like honesty would help him move forward, the truth about it. And he's very bummed out because it was kind of like a bad turn of events, or, you know, some sort of a turn in which was not his aim. It was not where he was headed with this. Okay. And it's definitely having to do with, you know, someone who's very, very much into their High Priestess energy, intuitive, very knowing, this person. Okay. Let's get into a challenge of the past. Ace of Wands reverse. 7 of Swords reverse. Ugh. Okay. Again, there was a huge focus, but there was just too much pushiness, especially in this new beginning. And it was very much limiting, kind of like him being sure of the situation or himself. It was very much limiting himself and keeping him from others in this challenge. And this challenge had a lot to do with the beginning of a relationship, a passion relationship, and he's not taking care of it still. And that only goes to show you, because definitely something as far as like movement or ideas about it, he just doesn't want to put any energy into it. There was like, and it was almost like it happened really, really quickly. 7 of Swords in reverse for sure. Yeah. And there's some secrets that will come to light about the situation for sure for him. And he feels like there was a shadiness around it. There could have been just a quick solution, but there was just like a lot of shadiness. And it was like there was a light put on him, but the light was in the wrong direction. He feels as if like, you know, with these cards are just kind of picking up like the deal. He got the shit end of the deal, if that makes sense. Okay, something that is very present for him, Devil up, Sun down. Okay, so he's super repressed, super blocked emotionally, probably any feelings they're trapped. He's not allowing anything to kind of like move ahead, move forward. And that has a lot to do with because of the addictions or the out of control impulsiveness that rides within and around him. I mean, it just rides with him, and that's how it is. It just feels like a bondage. And it's something that he has the ability to take it out of his life, but he hasn't quite yet. And that is something, again, that is a huge challenge as of right now. Yeah, there's definitely a solution, but it's like no matter what the solution is, there's something that has been exaggerated here. There's something that has made it so that he feels like only their side of things are being seen, or only their side of, you know, whatever the situation is here is being seen. And he feels like, you know, the out of controlness or the information or the knowing about it was definitely not. It's just the positivity was completely thrown out the fucking window when it comes to this situation. Okay. Anything to get him out of this situation would just be have strength, but he lacks a lot of self-control. He has so much self-doubt that he can't move forward. He can't push himself forward. Okay. And what he was wanting to do is just to kind of dominate the situation. He wants to dominate pretty much everything. So he feels like, hey, I'll hold back here. I'll stay back here. If I'm here, I cannot get in trouble. So fuck it, you know, but that just keeps him in that, you know, that trapped habit of, you know, repressing himself, pulling himself back. It just, you know, really shows a light on, yeah, not everything is what we think it is. We can't see everything, but you're not showing us anything else either. So that's where that goes. Okay. How does he see himself? All right. So he sees himself with two faces. He knows that he has two faces. He knows he hides the real him. And he doesn't want anybody to see his shadow. He doesn't want to let go of the shadow. For some reason, he's protective over it. And that's just what it is. And he's not going to show himself, especially to people who don't give a fuck about him. That's how he's feeling. And the limits, yeah, he's breaking them. He breaks all boundaries. He breaks, instead of, having a peaceful sleep, not worrying about the anxieties, not worrying about all these troubles or these things that could potentially keep him up at night. He just allows them. He just trashes them. He doesn't care about that kind of stuff. But he is trying to learn how to be a little more youthful. He's trying to have, learn how to have more good intentions. He's trying to be full of energy, and he's trying to, allow some sort of a dream to happen. He's chasing his dream still. He's pushing forward, and he's trying to attain that goal. Okay. Let's see how the world sees him. We see him as incompetent. He could be a leader, but there's a jealous streak, and that kind of like takes over in his personal life, and it fucks up his business life. So we see him definitely on two paths. He has some options here, but he's lacking any sort of contentment. He's withdrawn. And the cheating, or, whatever sort of cheating or triage or whatever gets in the middle of him and his person, has a huge effect on him, has a profound effect on his work. It really fucks things up, especially if he's withdrawn. We don't see him working on himself in the most full way that we would like to. Okay. And that is just the bottom line. Likely outcome here for the next month or so. Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands. Okay, so he is going to get into a place where he's going to be using a lot of his sexual expression to get into a new place in his work, or what it is that he does that really drives him, okay? His passions. And as far as his passions, he's going to get into a really great blissful place when it comes to having a relationship with himself and being as authentic and aligned and empowered as possible, especially through sex, like sex sells, it does. But he is a very expressive sexual energy, but he's going to draw it out. That's definitely going to be drawn out. It's going to be coming through those emotions, and he's really going to utilize that shadow. So that's probably why he rides with the shadow quite a bit. But again, on the other end of things, he's going to be very, very closed-minded still. The money, he's going to be worried about money quite a bit. And it's really the focus of the money, for some reason, is going to take him off task. That's going to be within the next month again or so. But he's really just learning not to control those types of things, even though he is in an overwhelmed place. And the communication, as far as, trying not to take on heavy expectations, the clarity of that is less than. So it's very hard for him to drop the situation and focus. And because of that, he's very scattered. And because of that, it's just like he keeps kind of going back and forth, work, and I'm focusing on the old bullshit in my life. Okay. So it's like, woe is me. Woe is motherfucking me. Ugh. I feel like taking a nap and calling it a day. That man exhausts me. This man exhausts me. Okay. All right, ZAYN Malik. I wish you the best of motherfucking luck. But stop it. Stop it. This man could take over the world if he wanted. He really could, with the power he has by utilizing that shadow. I don't know. What's going on with this guy? What's going on with this man? Anyway, hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. If you would, please and thank you. Other than that, go ahead and click that bell so that you don't miss any of my notifications or your future tarot card readings, especially your celebrity requests. If you have a request, leave a comment, or you can check out my social media. Go check that out and get a hold of me there. Share, like, and follow if you would, especially if this resonates. Check out the video that pops up. And other than that, enjoy the rest of this beautiful Monday.